Welcome to this explainer. Let's talk about confidence. I want you to think about confidence not as some magical, innate gift that you're simply lucky enough to be born with, but rather as a deliberate architecture. It's a structure you can literally build from the ground up. Whether you're recovering from a massive life setback or you're just looking to strengthen your everyday resolve, today we are going to look at the exact blueprints for constructing unshakable self-trust.
Okay, let's just bust the biggest myth right out of the gate. People think self-trust means always being certain and never, ever making mistakes. But the reality? True self-trust isn't about rigid perfection. It's entirely about adapting, learning, and recovering when your plans inevitably fail. It's the resilience of your internal foundation that really matters, not maintaining some fragile illusion that you're flawless.
So here's our blueprint for today. We're going to define true self-trust, look at how confidence quietly erodes, rebuild it step by step, get your groove back, and finally, master the confidence ecosystem. Okay, Section 1. Defining true self-trust. We have to start at the foundation.
So, what does it actually mean to be grounded in uncertainty? Well, it means you stop outsourcing your confidence to everyone else's opinions. When you truly trust your own inner voice, you no longer need constant reassurance from the outside world. You literally stop looking around the room to see if everyone else approves, and you start looking inward.
Moving right along to Section 2, how confidence quietly erodes. Because, we aren't born lacking trust in ourselves.
It's really more of a downward spiral. It almost always kicks off with step 1, ignoring our own instincts just to keep the peace and please the people around us. And because we do that, we hit step 2, staying in situations that just feel wrong to us, which drags us right into step 3, repeatedly overriding our own needs and boundaries, until finally we reach step 4, where we're basically just sitting around waiting for permission from others to act. It slowly chips away at your foundation with every tiny silent compromise you make. And over time, as you repeatedly ignore your instincts and cycle through what we just saw, you end up wiring a totally devastating message right into your own brain. I do not trust my own judgment. It doesn't happen overnight. It's a slow fade into the background.
But hey, the good news is we can rebuild. Section 3, rebuilding trust, step by step.
The secret here? Regaining trust doesn't require massive, sweeping life changes. It grows through small, consistent actions. First, keep promises to yourself. Seriously, even something as small as showing up for a 10-minute daily walk counts. Second, set boundaries. Saying no to things that drain you is like weightlifting for your inner compass. Third, take action even when you are totally unsure. Just step forward before you feel fully ready. And finally, when things inevitably go sideways, reflect, don't criticize. You've got to treat your mind like a muscle you're rehabbing.
Now, what if this loss of trust comes from a major professional setback, like losing a job? The stakes feel massive. Without your usual network or a boss giving you feedback, feeling incredibly vulnerable is completely normal. To counter that, you need highly structured daily habits to act as a life raft against that fear. You must intentionally separate your personal identity from your job title. Celebrate those tiny daily wins to build momentum. Reconnect with peers who support you. And treat the job search itself like your new, highly structured routine so you stay in the driver's seat.
Let's pivot to the actionable scaffolding in Section 4, getting your groove back.
I am absolutely obsessed with this profound yet incredibly simple definition from Harvard professor Rosabeth Moss-Kanter. She defines confidence as the expectation of a positive outcome. I love that. It frames confidence not as some mysterious vibe you're just lucky enough to have, but as a proactive, forward-looking expectation. It shifts the entire focus from how you feel right now to what you actively expect to happen in the future.
So how do we systematically build that expectation? Here's your scaffolding with 5 rapid-fire tips. Number 1, keep your eyes on the prize and build on your past successes. Number 2, leverage your strengths. Stop obsessing over your limitations and be highly aware of what you bring to the table. Number 3, make literally everything a learning opportunity. Number 4, seek out feedback like it's a gift by building a personal board of advisors. And number 5, act as if. Basically, fake it till you make it, because through repetition, your behavior just naturally becomes your reality.
Which brings us to a super important point about learning, perfectly summed up by Albert Einstein. Anyone who has never made a mistake has never tried anything new. You absolutely must be willing to fail. When you're constructing your confidence, your mistakes are literally the raw materials for your next building phase. If you aren't making mistakes, you aren't adding any new wings to your architecture. You're just standing still.
Okay, we're finally reaching the roof of our architecture in Section 5, mastering the confidence ecosystem.
The most successful people exhibit all 3 levels of confidence you see here. It kicks off with step 1, self-confidence, your deep belief in yourself. Once that's rock solid, you unlock step 2, other confidence, which is making others believe in your potential to succeed. And the ultimate level is step 3, leader confidence, the ability to make others believe in themselves. Think of this exactly like the airplane oxygen mask rule. You've got to secure your own mask, your own confidence, first, before you can effectively help anyone else.
Now, as you navigate this ecosystem, remember that confidence is never, ever a straight arrow. The idea of constant, unwavering certainty? Total myth. The reality is much more like a roller coaster. Even the absolute best architects of confidence get nervous and doubt themselves, especially when pushing their comfort zones. The key isn't magically avoiding the drops, because your stomach is going to drop sometimes. It's realizing you're on a ride, buckling in, and just pushing past it with determination.
So how do you make sure your structure holds up tight under external pressure? Here's a quick checklist. Don't waffle or show hesitation once a decision is made. It creates a ton of confusion for everyone watching you. Instead, decide and move on. Don't procrastinate, stand up for your beliefs. And please, absolutely do not exhibit negativity, as it just creates a climate of doom and fear. Instead, be willing to act even when you only have limited information.
I really want to hammer home that specific idea of making a decision with this quote from Seth Godin: "You don't need more time, you just need to decide." Because let's be real, you are never going to have absolutely all the information. If you wait for total certainty, you'll literally never build a thing. You have to be willing to take action confidently with exactly the blueprints and materials you hold in your hands today.
Which leads us to Henry Ford. If you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. The crucial takeaway of this entire explainer is that you must do whatever it takes to get your confidence back. It's incredibly hard to accomplish anything meaningful without it. Ultimately, your internal belief dictates your external reality. The building only stands tall if you deeply believe the foundation is solid.
So I'm leaving you with one final thought. Which reality will you choose to build today? The bricks are right there waiting for you. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer. I challenge you to trust your inner voice and start laying that new foundation right now. You've got the blueprints. Go build it.